to Borg's gaming channel, Borg's multi-streaming. On Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, please support Borg by following him on Facebook and Twitch, and by subscribing to his YouTube channel. Kindly like and share the stream as well. Borg is also an Epic Games partner. You may support him on Epic Games by using his creator tag when purchasing anything on Epic Games. Thank you very much. Welcome to Borg's gaming channel, Borg's multi-streaming. On Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, please support Borg by following him on Facebook and Twitch, and by subscribing to his YouTube channel. Kindly like and share the stream as well. Borg is also an Epic Games partner. You may support him on Epic Games by using his creator tag when purchasing anything on Epic Games. Thank you very much.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me just share the stream. Welcome, welcome everyone. I'll just share my stream and then let's proceed with our flight. Let's share the stream. Let's play some ads.
Welcome to Borg's gaming channel, Borg's multi-streaming. On Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, please support Borg by following him on Facebook and Twitch, and by subscribing to his YouTube channel. Kindly like and share the stream as well. Borg is also an Epic Games partner. You may support him on Epic Games by using his creator tag when purchasing anything.
Why is my live not showing on
Epic
YouTube?
Games. Thank you very much.
Am I not live on YouTube? I'm live naman, no? Ayan. So it stream there. Okay, let's go. What's up? What's up, everyone? Hey, Sir Andre, what's up? Thanks for the like. Ayos lang, Sir Andre. Ito, lilipad ulit tayo. We're gonna fly. Ayan, let's open the stream na, everyone. Welcome to Borg's Gaming Channel, and this is our Flight Thursday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is actually the 6th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. We will be using the Jollibee livery tonight, and our call sign is Jollibee27. We'll be online on VATSIM, and the 6th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. We will be flying from Suvarnabhumi International Airport to Yangon International Airport. So that's from Bangkok to Mingaladon. So that's Thailand. Bangkok, Thailand to Mingaladon, Myanmar. There. Hey, Mami Babes, what's up? Salamat po sa pagdaan. Padaan, good evening, Mr. Pogi. Wala kami signal dito. Lagi nawawala. Okay lang po, Mami Babes. Walang problema. Thank you pa rin po sa pagdaan. Updated na ba yung Navi mo, pre? Siyempre, updated yan. Naka-era ka na tayo. 2304. Siyempre, hindi pwedeng hindi updated. Naka-auto update. Ayan. So again, mga Beshiewap, we are actually multi-streaming right now on Facebook and YouTube. So please support me by following me on Facebook and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please like and share the stream as well. I also stream on Twitch, but I stream Fall Guys exclusively on Twitch. So if you can also follow me on Twitch, I would very much appreciate that. So thank you in advance. And by the way, speaking of Facebook pala, we are cross-posted on the pages of Darmaning, JC Gaming, Servin, and Team LKV. So please follow them as well on Facebook. And speaking of Facebook, speaking of Facebook, we have a poll right now on Facebook Gaming, and the poll question is related to our destination, which is Myanmar. And the question is, what is the capital of Myanmar? Two choices: is it Naypyidaw or is it Taypyidaw? So if you're on Facebook, you can cast your votes, and then later at the end of the stream, we will reveal the answer with the most number of votes. Ayos yan, pre. Siyempre. Spell mo nga yung salitang Mingaladon. Ayan. Tinype mo na. Suvarnabhumi. Yung Suvarnabhumi, Sir Andre. Ayan. Anyway. So, okay na tayo, no? Let's fly na. Ayan. So, again, we are online on VATSIM right now. And our call sign is Jollibee 27. So, let's go inside the cockpit. And let's start our flight. By the way, we are also using FS2 crew for this flight, so we will be having a first officer. We don't have to do everything all by ourselves. Okay. Although there's an issue right now with FS2 crew, I actually raised a ticket on their support channel on Discord. There's something wrong because FS2 crew just for A32NX project just got updated. I'm not sure if is it within this week or last week, but right after the update, I'm experiencing some app freezes. So sometimes the app freezes. It takes around 5 seconds for the first officer to respond. So we might encounter that right now. So I've already raised a ticket about it. They are trying to figure out what's wrong. Hopefully they will be able to deploy a fix, hopefully soon. So we'll see. Anyway, let's just use it as it is. Just a disclaimer, you might see some delay in the responses of our first officer. Okay, so let's go inside. Ooh, someone contacted me. VTBS ground is online. Okay, I'll contact VTBS ground later. Okay, cool. Wilco, sir. Wilco when ready, sir. Yan. Okay, so VTBS ground is online right now. Nice. We'll have an ATC coverage for Suvarnabhumi ground. Thanks. There. Okay, cool. So let's go inside the cockpit. So Suvarnabhumi ground just contacted me, saying that he's online right now. Hey, Captain Rami, what's up? Spell mo nga yun. Na-spell ko na yun, Sir Andre. Pero may problema ako sa FS 2020 ko. Tagal mag-spawn. Oh, really? Saan? Sa VATSIM? Yeah, Captain Rami, what's up? Hey, Zane, what's up? Thanks for liking the stream. Welcome to the stream. Late night. Oo nga, kasi galing akong office. Kakauwi lang. Nakauwi na kami parang mga 9:30 na yata. So, medyo siyempre nag-ano pa tayo. Okay, so let's go inside the cockpit and let's prep our aircraft. So let's check the flight plan. So I'm not sure. I think, let's see, maybe the ground will revise our flight plan. Let's see if I can fetch that right now. Still the same. Nunli 3 Juliet, Nunli 5507 Ludwig, NC1 Bravo. Nunli 3 Juliet. It's still the same. I'm not sure. Maybe they will revise it. Because right now our flight level is 380. So we'll check that later once we obtain our clearance from Suvarnabhumi ground. Happy more night kayo, Birds. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. By the way, Jane is the wife of Team LKV. We are cross-posted on his page right now on Facebook. So please check his page as well. Again, that's Team LKV on Facebook Gaming. Nothing much. Cool. Pag nag-spawn ako sa Manila, ang bagal nung loading. Baka sa scenery. Hindi kaya sa scenery, Sir Andre. Are you using the Cloud Surf simulation scenery ba? Ayan. Okay, so this is our flight plan. Not sure if this will be revised by Suvarnabhumi ground once we request for a clearance. But for now, this is what I've generated from simbrief.com. So we are flying from Suvarnabhumi International Airport. We will be taking off from runway 19er left. We'll fly the Nunli 3 Juliet departure, then to Nunli Lima 507 Ludwig, and then we will be flying the NC1 Bravo arrival in Yangon International Airport runway 21. So flight level is 380. So that's our current flight plan, filed flight plan, but we will request for clearance later from Suvarnabhumi ground. So right now Suvarnabhumi ground is online, but before we switch to Suvarnabhumi ground, I'll go ahead and do some radio checks first. So let's see. Let's do some controls check first. Let me just check if my controls are working. So let's start with our flight stick. Yep, it's working. For the rudder, we have to calibrate it, full left and full right, just to make sure, because sometimes it messes up the autopilot. Sometimes it becomes too sensitive. Cloud surf. Then yun nga, Sir Andre, might be due to memory. What's your physical memory and virtual memory? The two factors, the two reasons why or the two reasons, possible reasons why it's taking too long to load. And what hard drive are you using? SSD, NVMe, or HDD? Did you update the latest driver for your graphics? Yes, Captain Rami. I just saw the game update driver. Actually, I think that was just yesterday. Was it yesterday? If I'm not mistaken. I updated it last night. Are you talking about Sir Andre? Sorry, my bad. Anyway. Okay, so our flight stick is good. Let's check our park brake and then our speed brake. Let's check our flaps as well. Okay, all are good. Let's check our throttle, toga, flex, climb, idle, and of course the reverse. Our engine buttons are all working as well. Engine ignition, and of course our brake. Okay, controls are working fine. So I guess we are ready to set up our aircraft. So let's set up our aircraft. Again, we will be using FS2 crew for this flight. Let's start setting up.
Okay.
HDD. Yan yun. That's the reason, Sir Andre. Better if you'll use SSD. HDD kasi the maximum is I think 3 Mbps. The read-write speed. So if you're gonna use what do you call this? An SSD that's around 300 yata Mbps. I'm not sure. I can't remember. So times almost 100 times, I think, is the speed boost. Okay, so let's set up the overhead panel. So we have the crew oxygen supply, the ADIR seatbelt sign. Let's turn it on. No smoking sign to auto. Emergency exit signs. Let's arm that. And then, of course, the fuel pumps. Okay, and then let's actually turn on our dome lights. Actually, we don't need to because it's sunny outside. So overhead sub panel brightness. Let's also check our what do you call this? Displays. Let's set that to 50%. Okay. This one as well. 50%. Okay, VOR. Let's set that up. Constraints. And then this one. 50%. 50. 50. And then ecam. And then after this, we're gonna request for our clearance to Mingaladon. Or Yangon, actually. Okay, sub-panel brightness. $50. Okay, cool. We're good here. Let me just go ahead and do a quick radio check just to check if our radios are working. Let's do 124.85 or 123.4 should be fine. Oops. We have our fuel truck. Let's start refueling the aircraft first. Okay, for the fuel, we need 5.5 tons of fuel, so let's start refueling the aircraft. Okay, I'll go back to that chat in a bit. Let me just set up this one first so that we can already request for our clearance. 1 2 3 4 5. There. Let's try this. Check radio check. Okay, I can hear myself and it's working fine. Let's go back to set this to standby. That's Suvarnabhumi ground. And we'll check the AT's information as well later. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and check the... Let's go back to the chat. Hey, Sir Asian, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'll go to downgrade my NVIDIA drive. The latest has issues. FS2 perfect for introverts. Correct. Actually, perfect if you're lazy as well. If you don't want to do everything by yourself. Hey, Derek, what's up? Good morning, Captain. Thank you. Good morning as well. Actually, it's already night here. No, it's morning. It's already midnight. 12:08 midnight to be exact. Saan pa flight natin, Captain? We will be flying to Yangon International Airport in Mingaladon, Myanmar. Coming from Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah. Okay, so there. Thank you, Captain Rami, for helping out Andre. Sir Andre. There. So they're talking about some issues with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So go ahead and help out each other. Help out each other. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's check the AT's information for... they don't have. Why don't they have the AT's information for Bangkok? Let's see. Sir Asian, thanks for the like. Let me just go ahead and refresh our VATSIM. Let me check if there's an AT's information. There. There's no AT's information. Okay, that's fine. Let's just check that later. Okay, we can check METAR actually. Our MCDU has that function. So maybe later. Let's check now. AOC may yeah, probably later once we already setting up our MCDU. Okay, so I guess we're good. Let's now actually request for our clearance. Let me just check if our clearance has been revised. It's still the same, so I think our clearance is good. Okay, so we are currently at stand Foxtrot 5 here in Suvarnabhumi International Airport. So we will be requesting for our IFR clearance to Yangon. Let's tune into the ground frequency there. Suvarnabhumi ground, Sawadee Kap, Jollibee 27.
Jollibee 27, Suvarnabhumi ground, Sawadee Kap.
Suvarnabhumi ground, Jollibee 27 requesting IFR to Yangon. Aircraft is Airbus A320neo at stand Foxtrot 5, runway 19er left, flight level 380.
Jollibee 27, can I request standby?
Okay, standing by. Let's check if he will revise it.
Jollibee 27 cleared for Yangon via flight plan route Kapnali to Juliet departure runway 1 and left initial climb 6,000 feet expect flight level 380 ครับ Squawk 7120
Jollibee 27 cleared to Yangon, flight planned route, 19er left, Noonli 3 Juliet, fly initially 6,000 feet and expect flight level 380, squawk 7120.
Jollibee 27 read back correctครับ report ready for pushback and startup
Wilco when ready for push and start, Jollibee 27. Okay, so we're squawking 7120. So our flight plan is good. Suvarnabhumi ground did not revise it. So let's squawk 7120. Now, if you're using VADSIM, VADSIM for Suvarnabhumi, they have a special procedure here. You don't need to go on squawk mode Charlie while on the stand or during push and start or taxi. You only have to switch to squawk code Charlie once you are about to enter the runway. So right now we will just put our squawk mode to standby. And because of that, I should also inform FS2 crew to not change it, because there's an option on FS2 crew for VATSIM transponder. So usually it already selects the squawk mode Charlie on after or before push and start. But for Suvarnabhumi, they have the special procedure. We will untick that box. Anyway, there. So I think we're good. Let's now set up our aircraft, our MCDU. But let me just go ahead and check our fuel if it's done. Yep, our fuel is already completed. So we can now disconnect our fuel truck. There. Fuel truck is now getting disconnected. Okay, so let's now set up our MCDU. Alright, so let's go to ATSU and then AOC menu, init press, init data request. And let's go to the init page, init request. Okay, so flight level 380. Uplink is completed. Let's request for a wind. There. And of course IRS init. So that's already checked. So now let's go to ATSU and then AOC menu and let's check our weather. So our METAR, so let's send that. Sent. Let's go back to receive messages. Okay, we just have to wait for that. Okay, so for the flight plan, let's go ahead and configure that. Our flight plan is good. We have ILS approach on Yangon. Cool. Hey. Let me just check our flight plan. Noonli 3 Juliet will be our departure. There's a speed restriction of 250 knots at or below 10,000 feet unless otherwise otherwise authorized rather by ATC. Okay, so we will be flying from, okay, so let's go ahead and key that in on our MCDU. So oops, my bad, should be VTBS, departing runway 19er left, this one, and via Noonli 3 Juliet. There. Okay, so insert. Okay, I'm gonna cross check that with our charts, and I'll show you the charts later before our takeoff briefing. So for now, I'll go ahead and just set up our MCDU. Okay. So Luis, and then after Luis, Bravo Sierra 907 to 909, and then 910 at or below 10,000 feet. This one, we have that. And then 911, and then after 911, Meket at or above flight level 140. There. And then tracking Intos, and then Disco. Uy, Disco, it's a tugs-tugs and then Noonli. Okay, and then after Noonli, Ludvi. So there's a flight plan discontinuity. Let's clear that. We don't have any online control right now. And then after Noonli, then we have Ludvi, and then that's it. So I think we're good. Let me just double check that. We'll go to the takeoff briefing later. So this it requires a minimum climb gradient. Yep. Okay, copy. Okay, so initial climb is 6,000, but we are expecting flight level 380. Okay, so let's check that as well here from our navigational display. Let's go to plan. Let's check our flight plan. Let's check for discontinuities. Okay, so I guess we're good. Okay, cool. So we're good with our departure. For the arrival, we're gonna set that up later. So let's put this back to ARC, and then let's check. We now have a company message for our METAR. So let's check that. Still don't have the 80s information, so we're gonna use this instead. There, so we have the METAR. Let's check that print. So this is the METAR information, VTBS, or for Suvarnabhumi, issued April 20, 1530 Zulu. Winds 200 at 14 knots. Visibility is 9 kilometers. There are a few clouds at 2,000 feet. Temperature is 312.25. QNH 1005. Okay, so let's key that in here. So 1005. And we're gonna cross-check that later with the ground. If the ground will give us Suvarnabhumi ground will give us the QNH. Okay, so far that's it. We're good with our flight plan. Let's go to our secondary flight plan, RadNav. Then let's go to fuel pred. So for the fuel pred, 42.5 and 330. Let's check. No, it's not. Our estimated is 57.7. So let's key that in. 57.7, and our ZFWCG is okay, that's 32.6. 32.6 there. Okay, so the block fuel is, we need 5.5 tons of fuel, so that's 5.5. Actually, that's also indicated here. There, that's 5.5. Okay, and then for our perf, we will be using the A32NX performance calculator for our flex temp. Hey, Bryce up, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, let's calculate for our flex temp, flex takeoff temp. So we'll be taking off from runway 19 left here in Suvarnabhumi International Airport. A32NX performance calculator is having a hard time computing for it. Good job. What's wrong with you? I think, yeah, it's having a hard time computing for the flex takeoff temp.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Where's the, there. So the app freezes again. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we will now begin our boarding. Let's begin boarding. Payload, so real. Let's go with real, should be fine, right? Yep. So let's start boarding. Okay, so let's check. Where's the perf? Runway 19er left. We don't have the runway elevation yet. Let's check our chart for that. Runway elevation. Let's see. It's actually not indicated in the airport chart. Runway 19er left. Oh shoot, I should have requested for 19er right. Anyway, that's fine. Welcome to Suvarnabhumi tour. My bad. I should have requested for 19er right instead. I filed for 19er left? Really? Ah, yeah, I did. My bad. Anyway, that's fine. I'm on Foxtrot 5. What was I thinking? Anyway, runway elevation, let's check. It's 5 feet. QNH 1005, let's calculate. Okay, flexing 67 degrees. Okay, so let's key that in here. So perf. Taking off with the flaps 1 and then flexing 67 degrees. Now, this is another, what do you call this? There's another bug for FS2 crew. Transition altitude is 11,000 feet. Okay. You cannot actually input custom values for the speed, because if that happens, your pitch stream get messed up. So what we need to do right now is just to input the default one. So later we can go ahead and use the correct pitch stream. So I have tried that for a number of times and it always keeps on changing the pitch stream if you try to input custom value for the takeoff speeds. So I think we're good here. Let's advise our first officer to check the box. Check the box.
Okay.
Let's go. So our first officer is now checking the box. I think we're good. Let's go to the takeoff briefing. There, so my FS2 crew eases again. There. Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so let's proceed to our takeoff briefing. Let's go to our Navigraph. Okay, so this is our takeoff briefing. Let's go to the airport chart first. So this is the Jeppesen chart 20-9 of Suvarnabhumi International Airport, issued on the 21st of February 2020. Okay, so we are currently at stand Foxtrot 5, and my bad, I requested for 19er left. I should have requested for 19er right. That's the reason why I put my aircraft here. I thought I did file for 19er right. So now we're gonna do a Suvarnabhumi tour. Anyway, so we are expecting to taxi to 19er left via taxiway Delta and then Golf, and then I'm not sure if it's gonna be Charlie or Bravo, but we'll check later. So we're gonna take either Bravo 1 or Bravo 2 holding point. And then for our departure, we will be departing via the Nunli 3 Juliet departure. So let's go ahead and do the briefing. Okay, so Jeppesen chart 20-3 Bravo issued 30th November 18, effective 6th of December. RNAV SID. So Nunli 3 Juliet, we don't need that. So there's a speed restriction, max 250 knots at or below 10,000 feet unless otherwise authorized by ATC. So this SID also requires a minimum climb gradient of 340 per nautical mile, 5.6% until passing flight level 140 for airspace restrictions only. So our departure is flying from a runway 19er left. We will be tracking heading 195 to Luis, maximum of 220 knots, to Bravo Sierra 907 to 909, maximum of 240 knots, to 910 at or below 10,000 feet, to 911 to Meket at or above flight level 140, to Intos, to Disco, and to Noonli. So that's gonna be our departure for this flight. Okay, so I think we're good here. Let's just expect our Suvarnabhumi tour later. Anyway. Hey, Sir Julie Pai, what's up? Thanks for sharing the stream. Welcome to the stream. We have another streamer in the house, Julie Pai Gaming on Facebook and Twitch, right? Julie Pai. So please go ahead and check out his Twitch and Facebook page and support him as well. John Rodri Tyson, thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, Sir Borg. Good morning, Julie Pai Gaming. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, so I guess we're good with our briefing. Let's ask our first officer for any questions. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, she doesn't have any questions. That's our first officer, Una. Okay, so I think we're okay. We're just waiting for the boarding process to be completed. Actually, we can speed that up now. So let's do an instant boarding because we're done actually with our preparation. Oops, not yet actually. Initial climb is 6,000 before I forget. There, 6,000. Okay, cool. So let's do an instant boarding here. We're good with the boarding. We are actually so 33% our pitch stream. So let's step that up later. Let's speed up our FS2 crew as well. Thank you sa shoutout, Sir Borg. I love you. Ayun. Tamis naman, Julie Pai. Working mode din ako today, buti na lahat. Ayan, medyo late tayo actually kasi late na rin tayo nakarating from work. Thank you sa pagtambay, Julie Pai Gaming. Okay, let's just wait for the announcement.
We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see the final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety of the Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Okay, cool. So let's speed up FS2 crew. Okay. APU on. Cool. So let's check. APU is now starting. Let's go outside and listen for the APU start. There. Okay, APU is already available. Let's start our before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
5500 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
1005 set.
1005 set. Down to the line.
Okay, we're now down to the line, but of course we have to wait for our first officer, our flight attendant, to advise us. Okay, let's speed up the pre-flight preparation. Yeah.
welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact a flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please
Let's
bring it to the
also
boarding door and we will check it
disconnect
for you.
the
Also review the safety
baggage
instruction
or the
card in
cargo
your
door.
seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat,
The cargo door
review
also
the
has a
exit
bug.
seating criteria.
Okay, very good.
Hey guys, are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Okay, so let's close the cockpit door as well. And let's just wait for the door to close. Cabin crew, arm slides and cross check. The door. They still haven't closed the door. Why? There. Okay, so the door is closed. Let's go. Let's do the below the line checklist. Below the line,
Windows and doors.
closed.
Closed. Beacon.
So the app again freezes. Okay, let's turn on APU bleed. Then beacon on. On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start, checklist complete.
Okay, so we're ready for push and start. Let's contact Suvarnabhumi ground. Suvarnabhumi ground, Jollibee 27 ready for push and start.
Jollibee 27, I have just realized, would you like runway 19 right?
A firm, 19er right is better. Jollibee 27.
Jollibee 27, you clear for Nandi 3 golf runway 19 right.
Cleared to Nunley via 19er right, Jollibee 27.
Jollibee 27, push and start approved facing west on Tango 14.
Push and start approved facing west, Tango 14, Jollibee 27. Okay, so there, we're gonna take off using 19er right. So let's go ahead and push and start first. So while pushing back, we will actually what do you call this? Reconfigure our MCDU. We are cleared for 19er right, which is better actually. Because I mistakenly filed for 19er left. So okay, so let's go ahead and do our pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Okay, so while we're doing that, let's request for 19er right. Let me go ahead and where's my seam brief? Let's edit this. Okay, so let's request for 19er right. So we are still flying the same. Noonly 3 Golf will be our SID. Okay, copy. But still same flight plan.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Okay, cool.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Where's my volant? Import from seam brief.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, let's release the parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in sequence.
Okay, engine mode to ignition. Starting engine 2. Starting engine 2. Okay, so let's set this up.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
We
welcome
now
on
have
board our
a
flight
new
today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking.
there, Noonli
Please
3
direct
Golf.
your
So
attention
we
to the
will
cabin
fly
crew
via
for
Noonli
port
3 Golf.
safety information. There is an instruction
Departure
card in the
19er
pocket
right,
that illustrates the safety
Noonli
equipment
3
on this
Golf.
aircraft. Regulations require
Insert.
compliance with this information as well as all crew
Yep,
instructions,
no worries.
lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are
Starting
clearly marked
engine
with
1.
exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others.
Parking brake
Your
set.
seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device.
Hey,
Pull up
thanks
and
for the
remove
like.
cushion. Upon
Welcome to the
exiting
stream.
aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the
Startup is
straps
complete.
located
You
on
may
the back.
disconnect.
This is a non-smoking
Good
flight.
engine
Smoking
start.
is not permitted in the cabin or lavatory.
Have a good flight.
Cabin lights will now be
Hold in
turned off.
position,
Reading
waiting
light
for the
buttons
visual.
are
Thank you
located
and
above your
goodbye.
seat. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, both our engines are available. Let's now switch to a normal mode. And then turn off APU bleed, turn off APU master switch, and turn on probe window heat. After start checklist,
Anti-ice.
off.
ECAM status.
Check.
Pitch trim.
33% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down.
Eases up again.
Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Let's go. Okay. So I guess we're good. Let's request for taxi. Suvarnabhumi ground, Jollibee 27 ready for taxi.
Jollibee 27, taxi to holding point runway 19 right via Tango 17, Delta 3 and Echo 2.
Taxi to runway 19er right via taxiway Tango 14, Delta 3, holding point Echo 2, Jollibee 27. Okay, so we're gonna
If you heard Tango 17, please disregard it.
disregarding, sir. Jollibee 27. Oo nga pala. Tango 17 pala yung narinig. Ay, yung sinabi niya. Tango 14 yung ano dati. Sorry. Tango 14 and then Delta 3 Echo 2. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go. Okay, so let's do this. So we're gonna turn right here. And then Delta 3 and then Echo 2. Copy. Okay. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
The takeoff config, actually, there's a problem with this one. There, we have to check our pitch stream again later. So we're gonna turn right here. Takeoff light off. Takeoff light off. They turned on our takeoff light. What's your problem, first officer? Hey, Roberto, what's up? We have Cherenkov in the house. Welcome, Cherenkov. Please also support him on Facebook. Yeah, takeoff light is on. No. Should be just the taxi lights. Okay, let me just go ahead and move the pitch stream again, because our first officer messed it up again. So that's 3-3 there. 3-3%. Okay, so we're gonna turn right, turn left on Delta 3 and then Echo 2. Okay, so that's gonna be the third left. So that's Delta 5, next is Delta 4 and then Delta 3. Before takeoff, checklist.
Flight controls.
Check.
Check. Flight instruments.
Check.
Check. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1. VR. V2. Flex temp.
Flexing 6-7 degrees.
V1 130 VR 13 1 V2 13 5 flex temp 6-7 degrees ATC
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue. Okay, so this is Delta 3.
Down to the line.
Okay, actually we have to do something after this. We need to compute for a new flex temp because we actually switched runway.
Jollibee 27 Mercer Unicom 122.8 have a good nightครับ
Unicom at 122.8 Jollibee 27. Kapkun Kap, good night. Okay, so let's switch to 122.8. Let me just actually compute for the flex temp because we changed runway, so we have to recompute for this again. We will be taking off from runway 19er right. Runway heading is 195. Runway elevation is 5 feet still. It's the same. Okay, calculate. Yep, still 6-7. So we have to actually check this again. There. So flexing 6-7 and then take off data. So actually this is what's causing the landing there. Okay, cool. Or the takeoff rather. Oops. Suvarnabhumi traffic, Jollibee 27 lining up, runway 19er right. I forgot to press the park brake. Below the line. Test.
Approach path clear of traffic. Take off runway.
19er right confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PAX.
On. Off.
Before
rather.
takeoff checklist complete.
Okay, cool. Ready?
Ready.
Park brake off. Thrust 50%. Manage speed. Take off.
Thrust set.
Check. Manflex. SRS. Runway.
100 knots.
Check. Suvarnabhumi traffic. Jollibee 27 rolling on 19er right. Noon lead 3 Golf departure.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Packs are on.
Check. Autopilot 1 on.
Gear up.
Suvarnabhumi traffic. Jollibee 27 airborne passing 1,500 feet. Climbing 6,000 initially. Noon lead 3 Golf departure. Flaps 0.
Speed check.
Okay, we're good. Roberto, thanks for the like. Salamat. Tagal kong di nakadalaw. So, walang problema. Thank you pa rin for dropping by. Again, Sharon Kov, mga Beshiewap on Facebook
Flaps
Gaming.
0.
Hey, Rasa, what's up? Busy as a BOK, not bad. Yes, actually. We just actually took off, so we're focused first. Of course, we're practicing stereo cockpit during takeoff. After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Okay, so our transition altitude is 11,000 feet. So we should be good here.
$1,000 to go.
Flight level 380, manage. Cool. It's a really good thing that you have a first officer. You just have to command what you need to do and your first officer will do it for you. So let's go outside. Let's check. So we just actually took off from Suvarnabhumi International Airport from runway 19er right. And there's actually an online ground controller earlier. So thank you, sir, Suvarnabhumi ground, for the ATC services. Kopkun Kap, appreciate it. His name is Nontapat Chareya Pesan. So thank you, sir, for the ATC services. Shout out to you. Too bad Sir Henry is offline right now. We just talk like the walk talk. Yes, correct. Online for what? For the ATC services. I'll show you later what VATSIM looks like, because I'm online on VATSIM right now. He's the one who actually gave us our clearance and our taxi instructions as well. Okay, so it's 9,000 feet. Let's go back inside because we're gonna set up our aircraft in a bit. Okay, so there's actually an altitude restriction here of 10,000 feet, which should be just fine. Okay, so we're now turning right. Once we reach 10,000 feet, that should trigger our first officer to set our landing lights to off. Once we pass 10,000 feet. There. Seatbelts off. Okay, so again, there's a speed restriction. If we're gonna check here our flight plan, there's a speed restriction of 10,000 feet. So at or below 10,000 feet by Bravo Sierra 9010. So after that, we can increase our altitude, expecting flight level 380, which is our cruising altitude for this flight. Okay, so let's go back outside. Let's wait for the climb to 11,000 feet. Let me write in my flight notebook. I just download one. It's gone for a minute. The ground. Actually, the ground is still online right now. But, of course, we already took off. Unfortunately, we don't have any online tower controller or approach or control here in Suvarnabhumi. So, just the ground. What happened? Why are we decreasing our... there's a speed restriction of 250 knots. Okay, that's fine. So we're decreasing our speed to 250 knots because of the speed restriction. Okay, let me show to you what VTSIM looks like right now. There. So this is VTSIM. Let's go ahead and check our call sign. So that's Jollibee 27. There. So we just actually took off from Suvarnabhumi International Airport. This is the ground controller right now in Suvarnabhumi Airport. So we have VTBS ground, non-tapat Charayapesan at frequency 121.65. So he's the one who gave us our clearance to Yangon and also gave us the instructions or taxi instructions in Suvarnabhumi Airport. There. Cool. So this is us. We still have actually a long way to go. We are traveling to Yangon actually. So we just actually took off from Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Still a long way to go. Cool. Okay, so we're now climbing. Let's go back inside because we have to set our barometer, our barometric pressure. Transition altitude here in Suvarnabhumi is 11,000 feet. So we need to set our barometric pressure to standard by 11,000. Okay, just waiting for 11,000 feet. There. Set standard.
Standard cross check. Passing flight level 119. Now.
Below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff climb checklist complete.
Okay, we're good with our after takeoff climb checklist. So let's go back inside. We're now climbing to flight level 380. Oh, I forgot to announce. Suvarnabhumi traffic, Jollibee 27 inbound, make it 4 miles at flight level 132. Continuing climb, flight level 380, Nuli 3 Golf departure. I forgot to mention, I only climbed 6,000 initially. I forgot to. I am online on VTSIM, so we have to always make sure that we communicate that. Although, good thing is we don't have any other aircrafts right now online here in Suvarnabhumi, so that's fine. Anyway, but still, don't do it like me. So we are now passing flight level 150, and I think we're good. Let's go back outside. So we're expecting ILS Zulu runway 21 approach later in Yangon. Okay, so let me check. For our arrival, we are using the NSIT-1 Bravo, or we will be flying the NSIT-1 Bravo arrival. So that's our final waypoint will be Danso at or above 4,000 feet. So let's key that in on our MCD. Let's just wait for this turn because I love watching the aircraft turn or complete its turn, especially with the graphics of the sun, the angle of the sunlight changing. So let's just wait for the aircraft to complete its turn, and then let's go back inside to set up our MCDU. There. Okay, cool. Let's go back inside. Let me just set this up. So we are expecting our cruising altitude to be at flight level 3800, and our target altitude later for descent is 4,000. So we need to begin our descent 107 miles away from our last waypoint, which is Danso. It's Danso. Yep. So let's put that in here. Intos, fix info, and then Danso. Enter, and then 107. Let me just double check. 107.
For the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety.
Danso is not in the database, really? Are you sure about that? Let's return. Let's check. Really? Program Danso. Did I mistype it? Danso. There. There. I mistyped it. Okay, we're good. We have 287 miles left. Nautical miles. Okay, let's request for our in-flight meal. Let's do that.
Hi, Andy at L1. How can I help you?
Some lunch, please.
Okay, I'll bring them up in a minute.
So our flight attendant will give us our lunch.
Hi guys, here are the crew meals you asked for. Enjoy!
Thank you. Okay, let's check. So there's our top of descent. We're gonna set that up later. Okay, let's go back outside. We are climbing to flight level 380 right now. Okay, so again, for those who just tuned in, welcome to Borg's Gaming channel. This is our Flight Thursday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the 6th leg of our Jollibee World Tour, flying from Bangkok, Thailand, from Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand, to Yangon International Airport in Mingaladon, Myanmar. So we are using the Jollibee livery right now, developed by Night Fury 08, which is available for download on flightsim.to. If you want to use this for your Airbus A320neo fly-by-wire simulations mod, you can download it from flightsim.to. We're online on VATSIM right now. Our call sign is Jollibee27. We are now passing flight level 250, and we are expecting flight level 380 for our cruising altitude. So we still have 13,000 feet to go. Okay, so there's our right turn. Oh, sorry, left turn rather. Let's go. So this is the time when the aircraft is doing all the work for you, the autopilot. So I can actually check on my phone right now and check some messages while having our in-flight meal. We have an email. And speaking of, I need to order face masks pala. Good thing I remembered it. Let's order some face masks. I also have to pay my Okay, so I think we are traveling over. So it's gonna all land area before NSIT. So before NSIT. So we are expecting to see more land prior to our arrival in Yangon. I also have to pay my table bill. So let's go. Oh, let's go. We are almost at flight level 380. Let me just pay my cable bill.
$1,000 to go.
Check. Yeah, let's go back inside for the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again to the flight deck, your
There.
captain speaking. We've just reached our cruise altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat belts clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Okay, let's set up our arrival. First, let's change the speed to decimal 80 so we can arrive faster. Mach decimal 82, and let's check. Let's request for our METAR information. So let's go to MCDU ATSU AOC menu and then weather request. Send this. turn and receive messages. So let's wait for that. Let me just go ahead and check the weather information right now on Yangon. Oh, what did I do? There, Yangon. Okay, so for the weather information, we are still good with runway 21, and we have dry weather in Yangon right now. So let's set that up. My FS2 crew messes up again. What are you doing, FS2 crew? Okay, so we now have the METAR information. Let's check that in print. Okay, so the METAR information for Yangon International Airport issued April 20, 16:30 Zulu. Winds at 230 at 4 knots. Visibility is 6 kilometers. Few clouds at 2,000 feet. Temperature 29er and dew point 26. So let's take that in. Okay. Which is... Actually, it's the same. Why did I print that? So I can actually disregard this because we still have 1600 Zulu. Yep, there's a change actually. My bad. Let's print that again. Okay, so let's request for our let's select our approach. So we are arriving via runway 21. Arrival is NC1 Bravo, and our approach is Isla Zulu runway 21 via Danso. So let's key that in. So VYYY, we are arriving via ILS 217. ILS Zulu runway 21. So our arrival is NC1 Bravo, this one, which is actually NSIT, right, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's NSIT. It's pronounced as NSIT via Danso. Okay, our transition will be from let me check the transition. Our transition is from Ludwig. Okay, transition from Ludwig. This one. Okay, insert. Okay, so let me just cross-check that. So from Ludwig to NSIT, maximum of 230 knots at or above flight level 120, and then tracking Yangon 916 at or below flight level 110, and then Danso, maximum of 230 knots at or above 4,000. And then after Danso, we will what's our approach? Let's check. Okay, so after Danso, we will be tracking Legu, maximum of 200 knots. There, Legu, and that's 3,000 feet. And then we should intercept the glide slope by then. And then to Bavel, to Sulap. Sounds like my last name. Sulap. And then down to runway 21. So that's our ILS 21 approach. So let's go ahead and check that from the flight plan. Okay, let's check that. Okay, so no flight plan discontinuities and we are good. So let's go back to ARC and let's put this to 80 miles. Okay, cool. So our MCDU is okay. Let's go ahead and check the perf page and config this. So our QNH will be, let's collect the paper. That's gonna be QNH 1006. Temperature is 29er. Mag wind is 230 at 4 knots. So we are expecting a slight crosswind coming from the right. And then our transition altitude, that's flight level 75. Okay, so that's 7,500 feet. And then our barometric reference, or baro rather, or minimum decision altitude is, let's see, decision altitude for ILS aircraft type Charlie 290. So that's 290. So that's our baro. Okay, and we're good. So we have already set up our MCDU. Let's now set up our landing rate. So let's fill that data, and then METAR. Oops, sorry, my bad. OFP first, fill data from OFP, and then METAR, fill data. Okay, cool. Let's check runway elevation is for runway 21. That's gonna be elevation is 43 feet. And then runway heading is 214. So we have dry runway condition for the runway slope. The slope is 0.39. So roughly that's around 0.4. And our runway LDA is 3113. Okay, so our approach speed is 129er. So we're just gonna flare a little. Okay, reverse thrust, of course, and wait, calculate. Low braking should be fine. Yep. So we're good with low braking. Let's set that up. So that's low. Let's change this. Okay. Let's go. You have control.
I have control.
Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so let's brief our approach first. Let's go to Navigraph. Okay, so we are currently at 85 miles away from NSIT, and this is gonna be our STAR, or standard terminal arrival. So this is the Jeppesen Yangon International Jeppesen Chart 10-2 Bravo, issued 30th of November 2018, RNAV STAR. So this is the NSIT 1 Bravo arrival. Transition Ludwig. So from Ludwig we'll be tracking NSIT. There's a maximum speed restriction of 230 knots at or above flight level 120. After that, we'll be tracking Yankee 916 at or below flight level 110. And then by Danso, maximum of 230 knots, we should be at or above 4,000 feet. And then over Danso, we will be commencing our ILS Zulu runway 21 approach. And this is the Yangon International Airport Jeppesen Chart 11-1, issued December 28, 2018, effective the 3rd of January. ILS Zulu runway 21. So lock IYGN 109er decimal 9er. Final approach course is 214. Mandatory altitude is 1,500 by Sulap. So that's the last waypoint. And then our decision altitude is actually 290, where our aircraft is actually a type Charlie aircraft. And then airport elevation at 110, runway at 43 feet. So for the missed approach, we will climb on course heading 2252 Yankee 901, turn right track heading 315 to Pukis, climb to 3000 and hold our oar as instructed by ATC. Missed approach turn limited to max 230 knots. By the way, the transition level here is flight level 75 or 075, or that's 7,500 feet. Okay, so by Legu we should be descending at 3000. We'll be intercepting the glide slope by then. So after Danso, we will be descending to 3000 feet and then intercept the glide slope. Okay, so I guess we are good with our briefing. So let's actually remove this, and that's it. Okay, we're about to begin our descent. Let's go back to the cockpit. Any questions?
No questions.
I have control.
You have control.
Okay, Let's go. Changing this to 10 nautical miles, and let's set our speed to manage. Manage speed. And then our altitude should be 4,000, descending 4,000. Set altitude 4,000. Manage descent. Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27 inbound NSIT 56 miles at flight level 380. Commencing descent, expecting 4,000 feet via the NSIT 1 Bravo arrival. Expecting ILS Zulu, runway 21 approach for arrival, Mingaladon.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen.
I almost forgot what the arrival or the start is. So that's NSIT 1 Bravo.
Wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Okay. That's it. Let's go ahead and go outside. And we have actually just begun our descent. Okay, let's go back to that chat, Sir Andre. Pare, nakakatuwa si Captain Rami. Sarap ang kwentuhan namin. Diba? Yes, Captain Rami is also an aviation enthusiast. So, he always actually watches my stream. Almost every stream, if I'm not mistaken. So, he also flies a lot. I think I did a flight with him when I was in Middle East. I forgot the country. I think it was Qatar. That was during the recently concluded, the recent World Cup, or the last World Cup rather, which was held in Qatar. I flew there, and then Captain Rami also did a flight there. Although we did not actually fly together, but he also did fly to Qatar after I landed in Qatar. So actually he landed a few minutes after me, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember it correctly. Doha, Dubai yun, pre, diba? The flight, I forgot, pero yeah, Doha nga yata. Hindi ko maalala. Pero there, that during that time I still wasn't using VATSIM eh. I was just flying via the Microsoft Flight Simulator network, yung Southeast Asia network. So I'm still not flying on VATSIM. So that was pre-October 2022. I started VATSIM kasi last year lang, October. Si Idol pala to. Di ba? Yeah, it's si Captain Rami. So he actually drops by every stream. So he lives in the Middle East eh. So basically it's almost evening there, if we're talking about an 8-hour difference. So around 5:30 p.m. Okay, so there we just actually begun our descent, or commenced our descent to Yangon International Airport. We are flying the NSIT 1 Bravo arrival, and we are expecting ILS Zulu runway 21 for our approach. Okay, so I can see what they call this, the ocean right now. Let's go ahead and check VATSIM. I'll show you VATSIM on check on our flight plan. So again, we are Jollibee 27. So we came from Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok. VTBS ground is still online, by the way. He's been online for an hour and 2 minutes. Here we are right now, about to reach Yangon International Airport in Mingaladon, Myanmar. Yangon, Burma, rather. So Mingaladon is actually the name of the airport. So during radio communications, we need to use Mingaladon. Although the name of the airport is Yangon International Airport, and it is located in Yangon, Burma. Yangon, Burma. Although if you're gonna check the radio communications on Navigraph, it will show Mingaladon if you are to communicate with the approach and the tower. Just cool actually. Navigraph is really useful for like for example the this type of information, the name of the tower, the ground, the approach. So if you have to address them, then you have to use Mingaladon, which is not indicated in on VATSIM rather on or any flight plan. So you really have to check the charts for that. Well, anyway, still, Navigraph is a nice tool to have. Ay, taga-US ba si Captain Ran? Ah, there. Sorry. I thought you were from the Middle East. Oh, sorry. I think I mistakenly associated you with, I forgot, with Karim. Yeah, sorry. My bad. I was talking about Karim. Karim was the one who is from Dubai. Sorry. My bad. My apologies, Captain Rami. Yeah, I remember you advised me before that you're from the US. There. So, what happened to your Microsoft Flight Simulator, Sir Andre? Were you able to fix it with Captain Rami's advice? There. So see, it's nice to actually know someone who is a fellow aviation enthusiast, right? I know Captain Rami, you're already learning to fly on VATSIM, if I'm not mistaken, right? From our last conversation when I told you about VATSIM, you said you're gonna check it out. So what's the status of your VATSIM learning? Okay, so I can see that there's now a speed restriction because we are approaching NSIT already, and we should be at or above flight level 120 by NSIT. Oh, pre, malapit na, konti na lang. Ah, there. Cool. I'm planning, oh, why? It's actually nice to use VATSIM, especially if you want to heighten the realism of your flight. But, like for example, before I flew on VATSIM, I've been enjoying Microsoft Flight Simulator anyway, even without VATSIM. Although the disadvantage of VATSIM is you won't be able to use the multiplayer feature of Microsoft Flight Simulator anymore because it what do you call this? It contradicts with the VATSIM network. So you'll see some aircraft which actually are not on VATSIM, so it will affect the routing or your flight plan actually. So that's the only disadvantage of using VATSIM. Okay, so there's our right turn. We're now actually overhead NSIT. So we're now tracking Yankee 916, and we should be at or below flight level 110 by then. Okay, transition level is 7,500
Cabin crew,
feet.
prepare for arrival.
Okay, so there's our first officer announcement. Okay, so let's go inside. Let's just check. Okay, we're still 28 miles away from Yankee Yankee 916. So we're still good actually. We'll be at or below flight level 110 by then. We're currently at flight level 1900. Let's do some long haul soon, mate. There, if you want a long haul flight, Captain Rami, Sir Andre is the person to talk to. He actually flies long haul flights. Or if you want, let's do flights here in the Philippines. Yeah, actually. There, Captain Rami will be live tomorrow. Oh, I think no, I'll go live actually earlier tomorrow in the afternoon because it's holiday here in the Philippines today, April 21. So I might be able to drop by to your live later, Captain Rami. I'll go ahead and set my notification for that. Cool, that's nice. I'll go ahead and check that out around 10 p.m. tomorrow, right? Or later actually, because it's already Friday here in the Philippines. So go ahead and check that out. Cool. There, so again, if you haven't followed Captain Rami yet, that's Captain Rami 777 on YouTube, or sorry, subscribe rather. He's on YouTube, Captain Rami 777. So please subscribe to his channel. Support our good friend and fellow aviation enthusiast, and let's check out his live later. Oh, YBBN to RPLL. Cool. Ba't ako na naman press? Bakit, Sir Andre? Hindi ka mahilig sa long haul? Laging long haul flights mo. Yeah. Sir Andre is equivalent to long haul flights. Okay. So let's go. Passing 10,000 feet, we will commence our... So after Danso, we have to... yeah, after Danso, we have to descend 3,000 once we commence our ILS Zulu runway 21 approach. Okay, so before 10,000 feet, let's go back inside the cockpit and prep for our arrival. Minsan lang pre ako. Hindi ko Hindi ka kaya sa long haul flights. Kita ko kaya. Let's go. Okay, so we're almost there at Yangon. Our ETA is 1744 Zulu. Ay, we, o nga pala, o, diba? Kala mo, nakikita ko kaya yung mga flight mo. Okay, right now, what time is it right now? It's 17:04. How come our expected arrival is 17:43? Come on. So 43 minutes left. It's still 17:04. Or is it let me check. I think it's the flight sim data. Because real Zulu time is 17:35 already. Yeah, it's 17:30. I thought it's just 7. How come it says here 17:04? Weird. The real Zulu time is 17:36. This is weird actually. No, this is not Zulu time. This is simulator time. My bad. I changed the simulator time to 7 hours earlier. Nahuli mo pre. Kala mo. Kaya saan lang pag nakita mo, char. Mamaya. Check natin. Kung makikita ko pa. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Let's prep. Okay, cool. Let's go back outside. And then let's go back inside before reaching 10,000 feet. Let's go. Hala siya, uy. Okay, so there we will be, yep, passing 11,100 by Yankee Yankee Niner 16. Three, and then 2, and then 1. Just right there. 11,100 feet, flight level 110. Nice. Nice calculation by A32NX. Okay, so we're now descending to 4,000 feet. We should be at or above 4,000 feet by Danso, and then we will descend to 3,000 after that, commencing our Iola Zulu runway 21 approach. Okay, let's go back inside. We're approaching 10,000 feet. Our first officer will, of course, turn on the seatbelt sign and landing lights there. And the seatbelt signs. Nice. Cool. Let's turn on our LS.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video.
Are you using Fly Live overlay? Yes, yes I am. Previously I was using Volanta, but Fly Live is better than Volanta because I can, what do you call this? I can customize the information that I can show. For Volanta, you only have to, you can only use the default information. At least for this one, I can tweak it. We also have the landing rate already, so my landing rate will now flash on the screen after landing. So you'll get to see as well my landing rate. You'll see how bad I land our aircrafts. Anyway. Okay, let's go. We are almost at Dansa. Dansa 13 miles away. Let's check. Let's compute. Let's track our top of descent. So 13 miles, and how many miles away are we from Dansa? 13 miles, which is just enough. So we will set our altitude to 3,000 later. Before that, and then prepare for our ILS approach. Let's go. QNH is 1006. QNH 1006 set. QNH 1006 set.
One 006 set, passing 6,300. Now.
Okay, cool. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Check.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel ref.
1006 set.
1006 set. Minimum.
290 feet set.
290 set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Cool.
$1,000 to go.
Set altitude 3000. Manage descent. Okay. Set altitude 2000. Manage descent. Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27 overhead and so commencing ILS runway, ILS Zulu runway 21 approach. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Flaps 2.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
Arm localizer. Lock star.
Check.
Arm approach. Cat 3 single.
Check.
Mingaladon traffic,
1,000 to
Jollibee
go.
27 established, ILS Zulu runway 21 approach. What's our missed approach procedure? Climb to 3000. Okay, we're gonna set that up later. Let's set that up right now. Actually, there. Okay, so we are about to land. Let's do this. Okay, so that's Babel. 2500. Let's put our gear down.
Radar altimeter alive.
Check. Gear down. Gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Speed check. Flaps full.
Okay, let's go. Let's land this thing. That's good. Cool, cool. Thank you, Captain Rami. Go daw pre ang landing mo. Hindi ko yun. Yes, Yangon Airport. Yangon Airport. Okay, let's switch to this to ILS. Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing, no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Okay, cool. So our visibility right now is 6 kilometers. So expect that we won't be able to see the runway right before actually we are 6 kilometers away from the runway.
1,000.
So, hindi daw smooth lagi yan. Okay lang actually. Sir Andre, hindi rin naman lagi smooth yung landing. It's atay. Okay, 1,000 feet. Flight directors off. So we are expecting to have a late visual of the runway, but I can see the runway now, so we're good.
$500.
Check. Okay, I have now visual of the runway.
400. 100 above. 300. 200. Minimum.
Continue. Disengaging autopilot. My controls.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
Check.
Knots.
Thrust idle. Manual brake. Okay, so we're good. As per the airport chart, we actually have to vacate via the end of the runway. So we have to taxi until the end of the runway to exit via taxiway Alpha 1. Hey Jess! Thanks for the 100 stars! Cap maalog ko. Oh, hindi oh. Ganda ng landing natin oh. Yan ang smooth pre. Actually, what's the landing? That's the landing rate. I wasn't able to check that pero later I'll check that. Thank you Jess for the 100 stars. Ayan, actually just Stephanie is another streamer on Facebook, so please go ahead and check her page as well. That's just Stephanie on Facebook Gaming. Thank you Jess. Let me pin your star message later. Oh, yung smooth kayo daw ng landing. Oh, so that's around 100, 150, 118. Okay, cool. I thought it's more than 200. Alright, let's see. So this is at Alpha 2. We will be vacating the taxiway Alpha 1. So we have to reach the end of the runway to vacate the taxiway Alpha. Okay, let's do this. Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27 landed on runway 21, vacated via taxiway Alpha 1. Okay, ground spoilers disarmed. Okay, let's park this first. And let me check our taxi route. So we are currently at Alpha 1 and we will be taxiing to, let's use Terminal 2. Or is it Terminal 1? I think it's Terminal 1. Let me check this parking stance. Yep, it's Terminal 1. Let's let's use stand 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with
Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27 on taxiway Alpha 1, continuing taxi to Terminal 1, stand 7 via taxiway Alpha.
Gather your belongings and disembark. We'd like to thank you for
Let's go.
flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off. Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Cool. So let's taxi to gate 7 or stand 7. And so let's dock there. 0 to 100 is smooth landing, so that's butter. 150 to 300 is good landing. 300 to 600 is weak landing. 600 to 850 very bad wasted. Actually, I had an 800 plus landing before. It was at Innsbruck. That's also one of the hardest airport to land. I had a 800 FPM. The passengers were all shouting when I landed. Because I'm using landing rate monitor. It also simulates the passengers. That's why earlier when we landed, you heard some people clapping. That's the landing rate monitor. Actually, let's change our. Let's do stand 1. I think that's where our ground equipments are. I just think so. Let's see. Yep, let's use stand. I think that's stand 3. Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27, changing stand number. Will be continuing to stand 3. Is it stand 3? Let's check. Because I can see the ground equipments here. So this is 6 and this is 5. And yep, I think that's stand 3. Not 4, right? Yep. It's stand 3. Very good. Taxi light off. So the ground equipments are here, so let's use this instead. Terminal 1. Because I want the ground marshal actually to help me out with the position of the aircraft. There. Cool. Park brake on. And we are now ready to shut down our engines. Okay. So parking brake is on, engine master 1 off, engine master 2 off. Seatbelts off. And then beacon. Okay. Oh, let's now call for the parking checklist. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Set and check.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On.
Parking checklist complete.
Cabin crew, disarm slides and cross-check. Cool. So let's check. The door is already open. Let's begin deboarding our passengers. But before that, let's connect our baggage truck and the catering truck. Okay, so let's deboard our passengers. Let's go to payload. Let's do a fast deboarding. There, and then let's wait for all our passengers to deboard the aircraft. And then let's do the securing the aircraft checklist later. Okay, so block time. There, let's announce Mingaladon traffic, Jollibee 27 on blocks, disconnecting from VTBS. Okay, so let's put this back to standby, and let's now disconnect from VTBS. Oh, but before that, let me show you our flight plan via SimBrief. No, not via SimBrief. VATSIM rather. Okay, so this was our flight. So let's just refresh this first. There. Okay, so we're Jollibee 27. We actually flew on VATSIM. So we left Bangkok or Suvarnabhumi International Airport earlier, and this was our flight plan. Going to Yangon International Airport in Yangon, Burma, with radio name Mingaladon. So there, that was our total flight time was 1 hour and 3 minutes. Nice, very nice. Let's check. Yep, landing rate is 118. I can see that here on the landing rate monitor. That's just nice. Actually, I love using the landing rate monitor because it actually is more accurate compared to Volanta. Volanta uses SimConnect if I'm not mistaken, while landing rate monitor together with FlyLive, both of them are using FSU IPC 7, which is more accurate compared to Volanta. So anyway, wait, let me go back to Jess's comment, and let me just pin that. Go back to the chat section in a bit. Where's the star comment? There. Let's pin that. Again, thank you just for the 100 stars. Appreciate it. Don't forget to follow just Stefano on Facebook Gaming, Beshiewap. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Thank you, Jess, again for the like and share. Sorry, I was on my last or my final approach earlier, so I wasn't able. Let's see. Yeah, 118 smooth operator. Yes, naman. Now you know the landing rate charts. There, thank you, Captain Rami. AI yun po. Yes, actually, Jess, AI yun kanina. So, that's our first officer. She actually helps me out with flying the aircraft. So I do all the pilot flying. My first officer do the pilot monitoring. So the rest of the stuff that normally I do during my solo flight, it's now divided between the two of us. So it's easier. So, yung button sa gitna pre, nakapatay dapat yan. Ay, anong button sa gitna? Saan gitna? Saan? Sa taas? Sa taas? This one? Actually, hindi ko pa ito napapatay. And I think the boarding is complete. Yep. So we can now do our securing the aircraft checklist. So let's now turn off our adheres. 1, 3, 2. Crew oxygen supply off. Exterior lights off. APU bleed off. APU master switch. Let's turn that off as well. Okay, so signs later. Actually, we can already turn that off. There. and later the external power, so we can already turn off the APU fuel pump. APU pump rather. Okay, let's just wait for the APU to turn off before we completely turn off our external power. Actually, our first officer will be the one to do that for us. Yung isang blue, eto tong probe window heat. And let's go. Let's just wait for the APU to power down, and then we can now disconnect to the ground power unit after that. Wait, let me just check my phone. Yan. Laging patayan pre, lalo nasa departure mo. Ah, really? Hindi ba ano yan? Pagka you can actually turn that on as long as may one engine running. Although I know it's for anti-ice, so if it's not ano naman, no icing condition, yeah, I agree, dapat naka-off siya. Ayan. Okay, so the APU is now powering down, and we also have our external power off as well. So let's now disconnect the ground power unit. There's a bug right now. I'm not sure if this has something to do with FS2 crew or if it is an FBW bug. The baggage truck, it won't actually leave. Even if I disconnect it, it doesn't leave anymore. See? See? It stays there. So what I just need to do is just close the cargo door. But the baggage truck will still be there. Weird. That's the reason why we have to switch to GSX Pro. But that costs a lot pa. So I'm still planning to buy that. Not now, but soon. Okay. Anyway, so the ground power unit is already disconnected. We can now turn off our battery. There. And very good. Let's call the securing the aircraft checklist. Securing the aircraft checklist. And then FS2 crew still has a bug. So the app freezes there. Off. So you have to wait for a couple of seconds for it to reply. Off.
Oxygen.
Off.
APU bleed.
Off.
Emergency exit light.
Off.
Signs.
Off.
APU and battery.
Off.
Securing the aircraft checklist complete.
Okay, cool. There. So that's the bug right now that I'm encountering on FS2 crew. So not sometimes, most of the time the app freezes. You have to wait for around 3 to 5 seconds for it to respond. So it's like the application hangs, and you have to wait for it to be active again. So that's the reason why sometimes you'll hear the first officer responses after 3 or 5 seconds after I say the command. So anyway, yes, I have a Discord, Captain Rami. Let me go ahead and put that there in the comment there. So that's my Discord server. Although it's really quiet there on my Discord, you'll just see some bots announcing free games every now and then. So anyway, okay, cool. So I think that's it. We're good with our flight. That was our the 6th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. We flew from Bangkok to Yangon, so from Thailand to Myanmar. So we've already completed 6 legs of our Jollibee World Tour. We have so many legs to go. We are just we have just actually flew from within Asia rather. So we'll have to fly to the Middle East as well, and then of course to Europe, and then to the US. So we still have a long way to go with our Jollibee World Tour, but that's gonna be the theme of our flight stream moving forward until we finish this. Thank you, Captain Rami. Appreciate it. So there, that's it. That was our Flight Thursday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Captain Rami and Sir Andre, thanks for staying until the end of the stream. It's actually morning right now. There in Captain Rami, right? So here it's already still also morning, but the wee hours of in the morning, 2:08 a.m. to be exact. So that's the reason why I'm lowering down my voice, because a lot of people here in the house are already sleeping. Anyway, okay, so that's it. Thanks everyone. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and probably I'll see you again next week on our Flight Thursday stream. I won't be able to stream early in the week because I'm back working in the office again. So I work in the office every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that means I can't stream in the evening because I have to sleep early. So the earliest that I can stream in a week is Thursday night. So that's the reason why our flight schedule is always during Thursday. So I can only stream early if I don't have any work the day before. So for example, it's a holiday tomorrow, so I can go ahead and stream right now. That's what I'm doing right now. It's holiday here in the Philippines, Friday for Eid al-Fitr for our Muslim brothers and sisters. So that's the reason I can stream up to 2 a.m. And then tomorrow or later, rather, I'll be streaming on Twitch for our Baliyahan Friday stream of Fall Guys, and I'll stream earlier than usual because we don't have work. So let's take advantage of the holiday. Yeah. But for next week, probably we're gonna go back to our regular time slot rather, which is in the evening around 9 or 10 p.m. here in the Philippines. So I'll see you by then. So anyway, so thank you everyone. Is it afternoon already? Oh, are you in the East Coast? Yeah, because if you're in the East Coast, that's already 10 p.m. Central Time is 1:10 p.m. Mountain is 12:10 p.m. Pacific Time is still morning because it's around 11:10 a.m. Yeah, so if you're from time zone except Pacific, then yes, it's good afternoon. Sorry, my bad. My apologies. Because yeah, I kept on messing up the time zone. I think I need to rest already because I still came from work. Oh, you're at Central, so that's 1:10 p.m. now. Because you are already on daylight savings time, so we're just actually 12 hours ahead from Eastern Time and 13 hours ahead from Central Time. Because if it's not daylight savings, you're 14 hours behind our time. That's what I remember from my US time zone knowledge. Anyway, so cool. So thank you again, Captain Rami. I'll go ahead and check out or watch out for your stream later tonight, right? You said that will be around 10 p.m. our time, so that's gonna be around 9 a.m. your time if I'm not mistaken. So that's gonna be a good morning for you, and that's gonna be good evening for us. It's a good thing that I'll be doing an early stream later, so I'll be able to watch your stream or catch you once you go live later tonight, Philippine time. So I'll see you there. So thank you, Sir Andre. Thank you as well. Thank you for always staying on the stream. Yes, if my simulator working, crossed fingers, and I know for a fact it will work. I believe. Anyway, so there. Thank you everyone. So this has been our Flight Thursday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You just actually watched our stream here in Borg Gaming channel. And before actually I let you go, I would like to remind you that we are multi-streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so please support me by following me on Facebook and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I also stream on Twitch, so if you could also follow me on Twitch, I would very much appreciate it. You can also like and share this stream. That will be a very big help for me as well. And what do you call this? And I'm also an Epic Games partner, so you can also support me on Epic Games by using my creator tag BORGGAMING whenever you purchase a game or a DLC on Epic Games. So again, that's BORGGAMING. It's spelled as BORG Gaming, just one word. Please use that on Epic Games to support me as an Epic Games partner. So thank you in advance. Mabuhay po kayong lahat ng gusto niyo. Okay, see you. Yes, I'll see you later. I'll go ahead and put it on my notification so I won't forget it. Okay, so before we end the stream, we actually have a poll on Facebook, and let's check out the result of the poll. The poll question is related to the destination for tonight, which is Myanmar. Yeah, so the question is, what is the capital of Myanmar? Okay, so two choices. Is it Naypyidaw or is it Taypyidaw? Okay, so this is now the result of the poll. According to all our Beshiewap, 50-50 actually. 50% of them voted for Naypyidaw and also 50% voted for Taypyidaw. So undecided. The capital of Myanmar is still undecided. It can be Naypyidaw in the morning, and it can be Taypyidaw at night. Anyway, so thank you to everyone who participated in that poll. We'll have another poll on our next stream here on Facebook, which will be on Saturday for our Action Saturday stream of Cyberpunk 2077. So I'll catch you there instead. But again, later this afternoon, I will be streaming on Twitch for Fall Guys. I'll see you there if you want to watch some bean characters bumping through each other and competing for that crown in a battle royale setup. Anyway, so thank you. Okay, did I miss anything? I think none, right? Okay, let's do some raids if we can still find someone who is live on Facebook right now. And yep, we still have Beshiewap streamer who's live, Violent Place, playing CODM. It's already 2 a.m. and she's still streaming. Anyway, so for those who are on Facebook, let's raid Violent Place. I'll go ahead and send you over to her stream after we end our stream. So I'll see you there. So again, that's it. Thank you everyone for supporting this stream. Don't forget to like and share the stream so that others can notice my stream. Anyway, so thank you for all the support. I'll catch you later on Twitch and on Saturday back here on Facebook and YouTube. But of course, before we go, always remember, play hard but still play safe, and most importantly, play responsibly. So once again, my name is Borg, and this is Borg Gaming Channel, now signing off. Till next time, mga Beshiewap. Matane!